Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's two ways you can give me your answers. Number one, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number two, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news, what would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you. So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello, I'm Kimberly Brock, and for the last 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. And so now I'm on a mission to help other women just like you do the exact same thing. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock. It's episode 46, and I am so glad that you're here today. We are going to talk about how to have compassion for yourself as a business owner. And I know it can be hard sometimes because we're all really hard on ourselves, but I'm going to talk about compassion real quick before we get started. If you are new, welcome. I am so happy that you are here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future episodes. And if you are new to me in general, make sure you download my free guide that will help you discover your true business purpose. Whether you're just starting your business or maybe you're thinking about starting a business, you have to know the purpose and the reason why you're in business and how you are uniquely suited to impact this world. I've got a free guide and the link is below, so make sure you download it. And if you are a listener that's been listening a while, thank you so much for being here. And if you've never rated this podcast, would you be so kind right now to just scroll down, hit a 5-star rating if you're an Apple Podcast? That would be so awesome. It helps them spread it to people like us trying to build businesses we love. And it is so helpful to me. And I have to just say, if you've been listening, you know I do not run ads on this podcast. And I do that intentionally because I want a good user experience. So I hope that you enjoy that I don't have ads. And if you could just do me that one favor of giving the rating, it helps me tremendously. And I appreciate it so much. So that is it. Let's get on to the episode. Well, hello, everyone. I'm so glad you made it today. You get to hear about our talk about compassion. Yes, having compassion for yourself. And I wanted to just remind you, first of all, too, I know a lot of people have been asking about my workshop, which I'm so excited it is launched. If you are in those early stages of business, you're trying to nail down your idea, really solidify your idea, make sure it's something that you'll love and that will make money, make sure you check out my new workshop. You can scroll down below. There's an option just to do a self-paced version where you can work through it yourself and you will have those aha moments as you're going through it. There's another option to have personal coaching after you go through it so we can kind of wrangle everything and really nail your idea. So I just wanted to make you aware of that it is available. And I'm so excited for those of you that are working through it. Now, today I wanted to talk to you about having compassion for yourself as a business owner. And yes, we are really hard on ourselves as business owners because we know that we're ultimately responsible for the success of our businesses and we are liable for the money that we put into it and our reputation is on the line. I'm telling you, if you start your own business, you are a brave soul, a very brave soul, because you're putting yourself out there in a way that many people never do. One of my very favorite quotes is by Peter F. Drucker, and here's what it says. Whenever you see a successful business, someone once made a courageous decision. Whenever you see a successful business, someone once made a courageous decision. And isn't that the truth? Can you have a little compassion for yourself that you made a very courageous decision that a lot of people never have the guts, never take the time to work through all the knowledge that it takes, and never have the courage to put themselves out there? So kudos to all of you who are thinking about starting your business and are starting your business now, or maybe even you're a veteran business owner. I'm telling you, it's an amazing thing that you've done. And I'm just so happy for you because I know you're trying to make a difference in this world, whether it be in small ways or big ways. So I'm clapping for you right now. You can't hear it. I'll clap a little bit on the side, right? Just know that what you've done is awesome. And sometimes you're too hard on yourself. And I wanted to kind of put it into perspective. So right now, think about, we are during the whole COVID-19 debacle. Do I call it a debacle? I don't know what to call it. The whole COVID-19. It's basically, we're in the year of 2020 and we just want this to go away, right? Let's just put it aside. But I want you to think about all the ways that you see compassion right now. You see compassion through all the nurses and healthcare workers and everyone that's putting themselves out there and putting their lives on the line to help people who are sick, right? There are people that are being very compassionate for their neighbors and family members that are sick and going through things, right? You are seeing that schools are being very compassionate toward their students as far as, letting them get educated from home. And if things were not, totally on time in the beginning, they've had so much compassion. My kids have been going through school at home and the compassion has been endless. Everyone is trying to help each other. There have been businesses that have had compassion. They've been donating to causes. They've been trying to help and serve their customers in new ways. I mean, even if you are a Pilates instructor or a fitness instructor, you have compassion for your clients because oh my gosh, I know that if I am not training them or doing what I need to do, they may fall off the wagon. They're having compassion and they're getting creative about new ways to serve their clients. So think about that. And also all of our deliveries and all of our Amazon packages, right? We're not getting our packages overnight like we have expected in 2019, right? We all got so used to getting everything next day. Have you noticed that? And that we've had to have a little compassion for this situation and go, okay, there's a lot going on. We're all in the same boat together, right? There is a lot of compassion going on around you. So how come sometimes you're finding it hard to have compassion for yourself? And you have to. You have to keep your head up and to realize where you came from, what you've built, the steps you've taken. I don't know if y'all listened to episode 44 where I talk about ways you can handle disappointment in your business. I'll put a link to that below too because I give you some actionable steps about ways that you can handle disappointment. Today's similar, but actually it's a little different because this is about compassion, which is the way you treat yourself. Do you know that? Compassion is about the way you treat yourself. And if you're in the idea stage of your business, for example, and you've got another job, you've got a career doing something else, but you've always had this dream, you've yearned to start your own business and be your own boss and do something you're passionate about and create an impact. I could go on and on. You're thinking about these things, but you're not making a lot of progress because you're busy. And maybe you've got a family at home, you've got other commitments, you're trying to work out, you're trying to go to Bible study, you're trying to have a social life a little bit, maybe during COVID, who knows, maybe you're not. But my point is, if you feel lost right now that you're not making progress, can you have a little compassion for yourself that you are juggling a whole bunch of things and that you're going to just do what you can when you can? And maybe, yes, you'll make adjustments and you'll have to get a little less sleep on the weekends so you can get up early before the family gets up and work on your business. Have a little compassion for what all you've done. If you're just starting your business and you're not really making any money right now, or you launch something and you're not really getting that big of a response, have some compassion on yourself for what you have done. Because so many months ago, you had a vision for this business and you had to start learning, you had to start researching, you had to talk to people, you had to talk to customers. You had to take steps over these past months, or maybe it's even years, to start your business. And look what you have done. Look what you've learned. Look what you've accomplished. Look how you've bettered yourself. Take yourself back to a year ago or months ago, whenever it was that you were thinking about starting this business. Maybe it's 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. How different are you today? You're different. You are. You've learned so much. You've done so much. You've been soaking it in every day. Have some compassion for yourself. If you are a veteran business owner, you've been in business a long time. I know several, and this was me too. I had my online boutiques for 16 years. And when I saw that they were not going to continue being what they were, and when I made the decision in my mind that I need to, start something new, whether it's revamp and restructure what I'm currently doing or start all over, I got really down on myself. Luckily, I have a wonderful husband who would say, "Stop. What are you doing? Look what you have accomplished. Look what you've done over these years." He had to have compassion for me to have compassion for myself. And it's so hard. You cannot let yourself get down. You have to say, look at what I've done and how can I take another step forward? What can I be doing? How can I reach out for help? You guys know I'm here, right? This is what I do. I've been in your shoes. I've started businesses that were easy. I've started a business that was so much harder than the other ones. And I'm going to be honest with you. This business right here, not the podcast, the business itself is so much harder because it's not a tangible product. I am so used to selling tangible products, like really quick sales and impulse buys, and I can do it. I've got it. Selling a service, selling an offering has been harder for me, way harder. And I've often sat and gone, what is wrong with me? Why has this business taken a while? Now, this was months ago, but why has this business taken a while for me to find my groove? When these other businesses, I literally talked to a friend and we're like, yeah, let's start the business. And then when I realized another business could be born out of the current business, it was like the next day I was selling products on another website. I mean, it wasn't hard. Sometimes it's hard, people. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes you already have a customer base and it's not hard. Sometimes you have no customer base and no one knows who you are. Have some compassion for yourself. That's what I had to do. I had to go, holy cow, look what I've done over the past months and year to prepare myself so that I could be as effective as possible to help people reach their dreams of starting their business or growing their business. Look what I've done to become that person. And think about it. Look who you have become. Who have you become? Ask yourself that. I just want you to have compassion for yourself. And listen, here's 3 things that I want you to do. Number 1, I want you to look in the mirror and say, I'm not perfect and I'm never going to be perfect. I'm not perfect and I'm never going to be perfect. I'm not. And once you say that, you sort of feel the release, because I think a lot of us, maybe we don't say that we're trying to be perfect. I've never said I'm a perfectionist. I'm not, but I want to achieve and I want to be successful. Is that you? Okay, say, I am successful. I'm already making progress. I'm doing the best I can with what I have and what I've been doing. And can I take steps forward? Do I need to reach out for help? Y'all know I'm here. I do hourly sessions. I can help you move forward. I can do a series of sessions, or maybe it's just little workshops that I offer that will easily help you move forward. Whatever it is, know that I'm here to help you, okay? But I want you to think for yourself, what do I need to be doing to move forward? What do I need to be doing? And realize that I'm never going to be perfect. My business is never going to be perfect. And my life is not going to be perfect. And breathe that in for a minute and let that settle and go, okay, well, it's not going to be perfect, but here I go. Look at what I've already done and accomplished over all these years. I've become a mom, or I've become even a grandparent. I have so many different age people that listen to this podcast. Okay? Number 2, a lot of your thoughts that you're having don't really serve you. Those negative thoughts are not serving you at all. They're just thoughts, they're just words, they're floating. I don't know where they're coming from. They're not serving you. How can you turn them around to serve you and say, okay,
Instead of saying, I'm a failure, I can't get my business started, or I'm dumb, I don't know how to get this thing going, or I don't know how to build it, say, what can I be doing today and tomorrow only, to be moving forward? Who could I talk to? Could I reach out to somebody? Could I call a friend? Do I have a mentor in my life? Can I call a parent? Can I call a fellow business owner? Can I post in the Facebook group that Kimberly has? Can I call Kimberly? Can I email her? Or some other business coach that you like and admire, right? What can you be doing? And the third thing you can do, and I say this often, is pull yourself out of yourself. Look at yourself through the lens of someone else. What would you tell that other person? If this was your child, if this was your mom, if this was your sister, your good friend, that was not having compassion on themselves, that was saying all these things that are going on in your head, if you are able to sit outside of yourself and look in and treat yourself with respect, it's going to actually help you in your relationships with other people. Because after all your relationships in your life are based on having compassion, where someone else feels that compassion that you have for them. And if you're not extending that to yourself, how are you extending that to anyone else? And think about it. If you're not being compassionate to yourself, then you're probably not being compassionate to others. And I know you don't want to be the type of person that is not empathetic or compassionate, right? You don't. No one wants to be that kind of human. Well, I take that back. There's some people that don't care, but you care. You wouldn't be here. So that's it. That's your talk today. I just wanted you to give yourself a hug and look in the mirror and say, look what I've done, because it's hard as a business owner. Sometimes you will find yourself down, but I want you to pick yourself up. This is a long journey, and it's an ever-changing journey. Stuff is changing all the time. Buckle up and get ready. It's going to be one of the most exhilarating experiences of your life, if you let it be. If you don't get sucked into not having compassion for yourself. You know I love you guys. I just want you to succeed. I want you to have the feeling that I've had, which is running a business that I love, being in charge of my own destiny and doing something impactful and having a blast, creating something special. You too can do it. Have compassion on yourself and know that what you're doing is amazing and you're actually changing the world, whether you realize it or not. So thank you all so much for listening. Again, I've got everything down in the show notes, the links. And remember, I've got the workshop. I offer 1-hour coaching. I can even do series of coaching. And I'm starting to add some new programs. So you'll have to check them out on the link below. I'm adding some workshops. And you can just register your interest in these workshops. Like one of them is a website homepage rescue. You're probably like, what? I'm telling you, I am seeing so many websites where the homepage is a total hot mess. And I don't know what the person is offering. There's too many words. There's too many sections. So I'm seeing this problem. And so I'd love to know if y'all are interested. And all you do is register your interest. It doesn't mean you're signing up or paying for anything. It just means, hey, maybe I'd be interested in that. If there was a group workshop that could help give you feedback on your website and I could help you do some easy tweaks that could make it more clear, because you want customers to buy. Am I right? You don't want them to be confused, because if I'm confused or if someone else is confused when they look at your website for 2 seconds, customers are confused, right? So anyways, just wanted to share with you that I will periodically be adding different workshops that could help you. They won't be expensive, but they'll be fun and a great way to help you better your business. That is it. Links are below. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and if you're not in my Facebook group, you need to get in there. Get in my Facebook group. There's a link below too. It's a private group for women building businesses doing what we love. So come on in there. Okay, you all have a great day. Bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com. And yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.